you.
Oh, Traveler Paimon! You're full of energy today. You have something for me, you said? Is it some quick and easy way to make Mora by any chance?
Well, actually, it's some kind of task from your master.
Yeah, that's a hard no. But I guess I don't have a choice, huh? An enterprising spirit is important and all that. I just know it's going to be torture, though. I know that old hag all too well.
Why don't you just take a look first?
Huh. This book doesn't seem so special to me. Whoa! Letters just fell out of it.
Oh, maybe she's trying to reconcile with you?
No idea. Either way, it looks like I'm supposed to open these 3 letters in order. Well, let's start with the first one. If this is her task, it should be okay for us all to read. Come on, let's see what this is about.
Oh, how long it's been, my student. I'm afraid to report that getting up and about is becoming harder and harder these days.
Oh, the sympathy card. She could have tried to make it sound a bit more genuine at least.
Remember when I would chase you and you would run for dear life, trying to use that hydro phantom of yours to distract me? Oh, seems like it was just yesterday. Now you're off on your own, and I laze the days away in my rocking chair. I really should get some exercise again.
Well, then get it some other way, you old hag.
Now, I'm sure you're curious as to the purpose of this letter. And to that, I say this. If you want to learn how to predict the fate of an entire kingdom, or even the entire world, head to Sumeru and search for the gate to an underground kingdom. Once there, open the second letter.
Huh. But she knows how to lure people in, that's for sure. Is she serious about passing on her secret technique? Guess she really is getting old.
You two have such a weird dynamic. When you talk about sentimental stuff, you fight. But when it comes to dry academic stuff, you get all emotional. Anyway, this gate to an underground kingdom sounds familiar.
Wait, you've heard of it?
Yeah, it should be the same one we're thinking of.
Perfect. I don't even need to investigate then. Oh, that means no hired guide, no lodging, no shelling out Mora left and right. Come on, there's no time to waste. Let's go.
And since you didn't mention a transportation fee just now, Paimon's guessing that means...
Yep, same method as usual. Let's go.
This brings back memories of summertime. It's actually kind of refreshing.
So, this is the gate to the ancient kingdom of Conria. I'm sure a lot of secrets and tragedies lie behind it.
Well, let's open the second letter.
Let me see here. Yep, it's this one.
As the ancient Sumeru saying goes, rote knowledge bears no fruit until it is watered with the showers of wisdom. With that in mind, there is a phenomenon in this land known as the Sign of Apausha. It is a celestial mark that burns in response to an all too ardent desire for the truth. In that sense, Perhaps it's more fitting to call it a sign of truth instead. The records of this ancient kingdom state there are several large subterranean lakes in Conria, clear and calm as mirrors, whose surfaces reflect the true stars. This is because the sign of truth created in the water is able to bypass the false sky and connect to the outer universe.
I had no idea.
To observe the gravitational forces and influence of celestial bodies, one must be able to see past the false sky. Only by obtaining these cosmic parameters can one predict the fate of this world. Now, my task for you is as follows. Open a sign of truth in front of the gate to Conria.
The rest is a bunch of stuff about the ceremony the old hag came up with to summon this thing.
Yeah, all these planetary trajectories and runes. Paimon's not even gonna try to make sense of it. So, what do you say, Mona? Are you gonna attempt it?
Well, I hate to admit it, but it looks like the parameters she came up with could work. Frankly, this prospect is quite exciting, and heading back now will just cost me another night of lodging, so no better time than the present. Emissaries of the enduring stars, wanderers over ecliptic and equatorial plains, radiant celestial brethren. Traverse the twisted paths of the cavernous void. I, Mona Magistus the Astrologist, invoke the power of Hydro to balance the scales. By wisdom and truth, let the thirst be relieved. I, Mona Magistus the Astrologist, summon you, O stars, to stand before me!
Did it work? Monsters! How did that happen?
No dice. The sign of truth only opened long enough for the monsters to slip through. Darn it. I didn't get a glimpse of the real stars at all. Whatever. I'll just take it out on you! The ceremony failed, but the old hag's new theory seems workable. I have a better grasp of hydromancy now. And the perfect test subjects to test it on.
Now's our chance!
Delve into destiny! Shadows of fate, decided by destiny!
No one escapes my sight!
Leave the wounded to me! Engaging!
Phew! That's that!
Well, the old hag said to open the third letter once it was all said and done. But I couldn't make it work, so should I still open it?
You know, Paimon thinks she understands your dynamic a lot better now. Look, she didn't say you had to successfully complete the ceremony, so you can open it. It'll be fine.
I guess. All the same, I doubt she has anything nice to say.
If you're reading this, it means you attempted to open the sign of truth. Seriously, I can't believe you actually tried it.
What are you laughing at, you old hag?
Conria was home to several lakes of stars, rendering the fabric of space in that area comparatively unstable. As a result, attempts to break through the firmament through non-physical means were more likely to succeed. In any case, I knew this place was well hidden and wouldn't be frequented by too many people. As such, any negative effects of failing to open the sign of truth would remain small scale. And of course, as my student, I felt sure you would have the chops to deal with the abyssal creatures that roam beyond the false sky. Even if you couldn't beat them, I am certain you could outrun them. You always were fast on your feet. Connecting hydromancy to the kind of wisdom that quenches thirst. Truly, my genius knows no bounds. The practical application of the scry glass has also reduced disturbances caused by the false sky. I'd like to see Alice try and top that.
Hey, Durin! So this is where you've been!
Oh, Traveler, Paimon. What are you doing here?
The real question is, what are you doing cooped up in here reading a book? The weather's nice out there, you know.
Oh, well, ever since I've had more chances to interact with the people of Mondstadt, I've been having trouble telling when people are joking. For example, I saw a beautiful flower the last time I was at the florist, so I told the shopkeeper, and she said, if you like these weeds so much, you should add some mint and sweet flowers and make it a bouquet. So I did as she said, and when I showed her the finished bouquet, she gave me a frankly terrifying look. Later, Albedo opined that this happened because I have trouble understanding the meaning behind words. So after I learned the Mondstadt script, he told me I could come here and read. I was born from a storybook, so I felt that these books might be able to teach me more about the rules of this world. And, well, I guess I lost track of time. So, did you guys need something?
Yeah, we have a message to pass along from Rhindaughter.
Oh, it's from Aunt Rhindaughter? No, I'm just surprised. Rhindaughter is my mom's friend, and the mother of the dragon that once existed in my stead. I supplanted him, took the fate that should have been his. So if she dislikes me, well, I'm not sure what I'd do.
Yeah, we're here for you. But seriously, Paimon doesn't think it's anything bad.
That does make me feel better. Well, I guess I should open it.
Where are we? Did this stupid dictionary transport us to some weird place again?
My mom's scent. I sense it here.
Whoa! Here comes a strange cat.
I have a message to deliver on Master Rhindotter's behalf. Ahem.
This is the first time we're meeting, so I'm not sure how to address you. But since you're Hem's child, I suppose I'll stick with Mini Durin. Though you appear smaller than the Durin that came before you, that same strength flows through your veins, not a drop less. He was a child of Humus, an incomplete creation. Thus he lacked the will to control his own strength. Yet this power was beyond what he could withstand, and so it twisted him, consumed him, thus sealing his ultimate fate. Albedo claims that you have transcended this tainted blood, becoming a being much like himself. That is his opinion. I remain unconvinced. I trust only the facts, only that which I see for myself. So take this chance, child of M. Prove yourself to me.
Ah! Where did all these monsters come from?
Is this the proof you need, Aunt Rhindaughter? Very well. I'll show you what I can do. The power within me is surging to the surface. Be gone! This is getting easier.
Looks like Albedo wasn't mistaken after all.
Next time, maybe don't ambush us with a bunch of monsters just to prove a point.
Still, I do feel like I can control my power more freely now that we've defeated them.
After hearing about you, I prepared a technique that would seal the dark power in your blood. I had planned to take this opportunity to pass it on to you. Of course, using it comes with a price. While it would maintain your existence in Tevat, it would also weaken your connection to this world. And you are M's child, when all is said and done. How could I allow that uncontrolled power to send you down the same path as the child who came before you? But seeing you now, it appears my concerns were misplaced. M was a terrific mother, and a far more capable one than I. And I must admit, I'm rather curious to see how far you can go. How will you, an alchemical being truly integrated with this world, find your place in human society? I've never conducted an experiment like this before. As such, you may yet hold the key to some unexpected answers.
Hey, you got one thing wrong there. Durin's not an experiment. He's our friend.
I'm not sure I understand, but I appreciate your kindness, Aunt Rhindaughter.
Ahem. And that's all Master Rhindaughter has to say.
A cat that can imitate someone else's voice is just as strange to witness as the first time.
Well, do not be so shocked. I am hardly an ordinary cat. In fact, from a biological standpoint, I am no cat at all, but rather an alchemical being. You wouldn't consider yourself a specter simply because you float in the air like one, surely.
A specter? What are you trying to say, mister?
Oh, I know. Sabaz is implying that you're...
What thought? Hey!
Oh, and considering how Master Rhindaughter's message ended, I suppose this technique is useless now. I'll just destroy it. Few and far between are the people that can make her reconsider. Quite the impressive feat, young man. With that done, I'll be going now. I have another message to pass along. Perhaps we'll meet again sometime.
came up with the whole idea of holding a conference with the Hexenzirkel, how come we never found out what task they gave him? Let's see. Varka. Wait, why is it blank? Good point. Well, knowing what he's like, we better start by checking all the local taverns and restaurants.
Still not here, huh? Looks like I'll have to figure this out on my own.
Hey, Varka! We wanted to ask you about your task.
Oh, hey there, Honorary Knight in Paimon. My task? What's all this about? Now that you mention it, I'm pretty sure Alice did tell me something about that. I think.
You think? That conference of yours is why those tasks even exist in the first place. Ugh, anyway, why is yours blank?
If I had to take a wild guess, probably because it'd be too much for that little book of theirs to handle. My task is to make the finest wine Tevat has ever seen.
How's that too much?
Trust me, this is serious business. See this new scar on my arm? That's what it cost me just to get my hands on the recipe. There I was, venturing into a deep, dark domain, battling some of the fiercest, most vicious monsters I've ever seen. Now, we're just 3 special ingredients short of finishing this thing. Honorary Knight, Paimon, would you be willing to lend me a hand?
Ugh, fine, why not? Since it's only 3 things, Paimon's just gonna pretend she buys your story.
All right. Haha. So, we still need wood chips struck by knights, pigeon feathers shed in joy, and medicinal broth brewed in a large cauldron.
Wait a sec! Weren't we supposed to be making wine? That sounds like some kind of super suspicious potion.
Good point. Well, our taskmasters are a bunch of mages after all. We're following the recipe to the letter, so all 3 ingredients must adhere to their requirements. Come on, let's get started with those wood chips.
So, this is where we'll be getting those wood chips struck by knights, huh?
Grand Master! Honorary Knight! Are you here to train as well?
Well, maybe not in a traditional sense, but we're here to pursue a goal, so I guess that counts too.
You're already so skilled, yet you still strive for perfection. Please train however you like. I'll be taking notes from the side.
Paimon had no idea the Knights of Favonius had training dummies this huge!
My father made this a special collector's edition. I'm sure it'll prove worthy of your skills.
Aha! Then let's give it a shot.
Amazing! So that's how you do it.
Why does Paimon feel like she's heard that reaction like 100 times before?
Yeah, this'll do. The shape, the texture, the quality. Brilliant.
How you can tell one wood chip apart from another is beyond, Paimon. Whatever, as long as you're happy. Next up, those pigeon feathers shedding joy.
Hey! You scared off all the pigeons! Grandmaster?
Hey, if it isn't little Timmy! Grown up quite a bit, haven't you? Been eating well?
Yes, sir! I always remember what you told me. That I've gotta eat well and exercise hard if I want to grow up big and strong.
Well, guess that's the Varka effect. Honestly, Paimon would be shocked if there was a single kid in this city who didn't look up to our living legend over here.
Sorry for scaring your pigeons away. I was actually gonna ask, is there a way to approach pigeons without spooking them, while keeping them happy at the same time?
To be honest, I usually walk up to them quietly and scatter some feed.
Boom! That's it! Say, you got any extra feed on you right now?
I do have quite a bit, but... Grandmaster, what are you planning to do?
Don't worry, little man. We just need to borrow a feather or two. You have my word.
All right then, no problem. And thank you, Grandmaster.
Bet you can't keep up with me. I'll race you there.
Looks like we've got ourselves some pigeon tracks. Let's wait here. When they appear, walk up to them quietly and scatter the feed. But make sure not to hurt them. Ready? Hey, you scared them away. Guess we'll have to wait for them to come back now. got him! The feathers are in the bag. I repeat, the feathers are in the bag.
Finally! This task really is harder than Paimon thought.
Just one more ingredient to go. Medicinal broth brewed in a large cauldron. That's gotta be in Dadaupa Gorge. I'll head over there right away. Follow whenever you can, all right?
Hey, wait a... Jeez. Talk about excited. That guy just took off faster than a flock of flustered pigeons. Oh, that old booze hound. Diona? What are you doing here? And why were you hiding? I'm only here to pick some fruit, I swear. Just didn't expect I'd run into that piece of work all the way out here. He's been bugging me non-stop lately, trying to talk me into making him some drink again. I got so sick of it that I've been avoiding him whenever I can. So, you know how he returned recently with some of the expeditionary force, right? Well, guess what? Practically the first thing he did was swing by the cat's tail for a celebratory drink or two. Seriously? Paimon thought they'd have just stayed back at the Knights of Favonia's headquarters. Ugh. Hence why I said, practically. They did all that and more. The cat's tail was round 3 of a citywide tavern crawl. And Paimon bets they'll do it all over again the next time another batch of troops returns home. Anywho, long story short, I couldn't bear the sight of those drunk old skunks for even 1 second longer. So, I made it my mission to mix some of the most disgusting, nauseating drinks in all of Teyvat. Yeah, so that's why I tried to get Prince to mix the drinks instead. Ugh, if only those drunkards hadn't started messing with his Meow-Jo. In the end, Prince ran off before he could finish. At least he gave that old boozer a nice big scratch on the way out. Ha ha!
There I was, venturing into a deep, dark domain, battling some of the fiercest, most vicious monsters I've ever seen.
Anyway, it was right there in front of me, one small step away from completion. Yeah. Some wood chips I noticed on the knight's clothes, some pigeon feathers I picked up in the forest. Oh, and some of the hilly churl herbal soup I was planning to turn into a remedy for sobering up. Wait a sec. You said this all happened not long after Varka first got back, right? That must mean... Uh-oh. This could be bad. We've got to go stop him before it's too late! The old booze brain will be okay, though. Won't he? Unbelievable! Since when were hilly churls so amenable to reason? Ella! You haven't seen Varka around here, have you?
As a matter of fact, yes, I have. Just now he went off to borrow a large cauldron from the Hilly Churls. And get this, they gave it up as soon as they saw him. The weirdest thing was they barely exchanged any words at all. I just don't understand how it all went so smoothly. Could the Grandmaster know some Hilly Churl body language that I'm unaware of?
That's not the point here. Anyway, where is he now?
Right over there.
Finally, it's done. The finest wine in all of Tevat. Right here in my hands. Oh, hey, gang. You finally made it. Those Hilly Trolls just now were surprisingly reasonable. Didn't expect this to go half so smoothly. Ha! Anyway, time to find out what this bad boy tastes like. Huh? You want to taste it first? Dream on, kid. The honor of the first cup's mine. Don't worry, I'll leave some for you. Hold up. Oh, why do I feel so bad?
Varka! Are you okay? Varka! Varka! Come on! You didn't defeat a god just to fight the dust here!
For a moment there, I could have sworn I saw all the previous Knights of Berea standing right here in front of me. Ooh, either way, I need a moment to digest it all. Oh, both the drink and the lesson too. Aha. So the missing ingredient was actually the Spring Fairy's blessing. Never would have guessed.
Hey! Don't you act all innocent! You still owe us one for trying to pull the wool over our eyes!
Sorry. Truth is, though, I genuinely believed it would work. And I was even planning to come clean over a drink or two afterwards anyway. But I guess you probably don't want to drink it anymore, do you? Well, guess I owe you one. How about this? I'll treat you to a meal at the Good Hunter once we're back.
No, that's more like it. Oh, come on! You saw what a state he was in after he downed that cup. I'm not sure he's learned his lesson.
Guess I have no one to blame but myself, huh? Haha, well, I was gonna save that story for the tavern, but I guess the open air will have to do. So, you're giving tasks to everyone in Mondstadt, huh? Interesting idea. Do I get one too?
Well, if you really must know, yours was to change the fate reflected in the scryglass. But you already did that quite some time ago. The moment you decided to set off on your expedition, to be precise.